Miranda Joan. I'm doing good, Joan. How are you doing? Miranda with them links. Let me see. Char the Great. I'm glad you could pop in here. She's got a special date night. It's a myth around here. Sometimes it actually comes to pass. Good day, Tina. Hello. Sapito. Hello. Natasha. Hello. Let me see what we got going on. Go ahead and send some positive vibe. Yes, StreamYard gods. We're going to do it today. What? It just kind of faded out right there. Let me see here. Y'all are chatting it up in here. Gonna try to get down to the bottom. Tracy, hello. I knew you'd be in here. Every month she asks me, is there an update on Braylon? You're still shocked and complete disgust over Texas case. Yeah, it's been some updates. And we'll be fair. You know, there's two sides to every story, of course. Well, three, actually. His, hers, and the truth. Let's see here. I think I got everybody. I don't know. It's going. Hey, Sea Turtle. Hey, Kara. I think I said hello to everybody. If I missed, wait a minute. Trolls don't last long. Here. Was there a troll in here already? Oh. Whatever. Troll's gonna troll, right? Yeah, Char the Great's got a date night. I know. I'll be glad to get a date night. We do date nights. They just don't leave the house. What's up, Joy? Welcome, baby. Joanne, hey. Yeah, I'm glad you could catch it, too. We got great news today. We got no trolls. Okay, good. Because the other day was, it was beyond ridiculous. So I got some stories, and actually, Char sent me one. I'm going to pop up here really fast. Let me get it up here. And I briefly read into it, but we're going to pretty much be looking at it together. And y'all know the case we talked about yesterday with the other baby in Florida in Palm Beach, the 12-year-old. Well, we have some new developments on that. So that's also great. And they had reached out to me in the comment section, some of the family members. So now I haven't vetted. I don't, whoa, there's a lot of breaking news up on this webpage, Char the Great. All right, let me show y'all what I'm looking at. Man, you just watched Dr. Grande about Parkland shooter. Oh, really? Yeah, this kid, he, I think he's got a real mental illness, and I think it went unchecked, which is awful. Okay, Potawatomi, you would think by now I know how to say it with Terrence and Char, but I don't, and words are hard. So, couple arrested, accused of abuse after calling deputies for a child runaway. Now, listen, I'm always saying, most of the time, kids have a reason to run away. You know, a lot of times, just to hell with this, I'm going to go kick it with my friends. But there is sometimes where they actually have reason to flee for their lives. So let's just watch this.
Oklahoma's own News 9 starts now.
An exodus of state health leaders. Why the person leading pandemic response resigned.
Hold on. That's not the... Hold on, y'all. I refreshed it, so maybe we'll get this actual story.
Oklahoma's own News 9 starts now.
An exodus of state health leaders. Why the person leading pandemic response resigns. Plus cyber sex crimes on the rise. The FBI's crackdown in Oklahoma. And the discovery leading to the arrest of two parents after a child disappears. It's all right now on News 9 at 10.
Let's see.
And we're glad you're with us tonight. Investigators believe a child likely ran away from a home to escape heinous abuse. Potawatomi County first responders found the child on Monday. That's when our Barry Mangold actually spoke with one of the suspects before investigators discovered evidence of abuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amanda, when I spoke with Lori Myers on Monday, deputies were searching for one of the children who lived with her and her husband, Norman. Investigators say that search uncovered evidence of abuse against 2 kids.
A ton of sheriff's vehicles here. They flew drones. I could not have asked for a better response. You couldn't have fit another vehicle in my driveway. They have just been super. I was extremely pleased with them.
She's the suspect.
Hopefully there'll be a good thing really soon.
That's Lori Myers speaking with News 9 during an 11-hour search for a child in her care in Potawatomi County. She said the child ran away Monday morning.
I have walked the yard quite a few times looking, bending down to see if he's hiding somewhere.
Monday evening, first responders found the child. After a follow-up investigation, Potawatomi County deputies arrested Lori and her husband, Norman Myers, for allegedly abusing 2 kids. Their arrest warrants detailed disturbing allegations of mental and physical abuse inside their home, saying the children's doorways have motion alarms so they couldn't leave. They were not allowed to eat with the family for meals, adding that the children were hit with a horse paddle, a leather belt, and even choked. Deputies say after the search on Monday, the couple told them they did not want the children back and that they did not want them anymore. The children are now in custody of DHS. And the couple has not yet been formally charged. Today, the district attorney told me he absolutely plans on doing so in the near future. Barry Mangold, Oklahoma's Own, News 9.
Well, guys, that was awful. That was awful. Shar said that's walking distance from her. So she was like, oh, that was so great. And we were looking under cars, and we were hoping to God that we got to the child before the police did, because then all of our dirty deeds were going to come to pass, and then we'd probably be going to jail. So, yeah, no, these people are awful. Guys, they said they beat the kids with horse paddles and leather, wouldn't let the kids eat with the rest of the family. What's up, Verbal? What's up, man? I ain't seen you in a bit. I seem very merry. I don't know if I said hello. BL, hello. Wow, don't blame her for running away. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. That's crazy. Thank you for sending that to me, Shar. Please let me know the updates on these whole pieces of crap. Please let me know the updates. And they were autistic. The babies are autistic. Boy, would I like to get a hold of these people that think they can take out their frustrations on, I mean, it's bad for all kids, but you got to be a special kind of sick to just, are you kidding me? Just like this family in Texas, this baby in Texas, right? They said he was the sweetest kid ever. Y'all, please go check out Mel's stream that he did with the neighbor, which I got to say, that's an awful lot of information that they have, and nothing was done. They reported it. Nothing was done. Guys, so many people felt those kids, and I'm not speaking of the neighbors. It's not the damn neighbor's responsibility to take care of somebody, it's crazy. Drop the whole jail on them. Verbal's what I say. You can't beat the disabled out of a disabled child. Man. Oh, man. Boy, that's a stiff statement, but you're right. You think that's what it is? I think they're just freaking evil, They said that one kid, Kendrick, he was the sweetest kid. The one that had been deceased for years said he was the sweetest kid. Just smile. Nonverbal, I believe is what they said. So let's look at this. So y'all remember we talked about this story yesterday. The 12-year-old and the man was charged. Jason, I don't see his name in front of me. It's a weird name. So he calls the kid. The kid is in the laundry room. He couldn't even speak complete sentences. Y'all remember the story because the girlfriend and the other children, he made them go to Connecticut, right? Well, now we have an update for that. Thank God. And also, like I said, the family of the boy, they were in the comments section, and I have not had time to vet them or anything else, but they say that the mother was not allowed to see the child. And, similar to Sam Olsen, in that situation. So let's look at this. And then we will finish out the stream with Braylon. I just want to talk about school shooter. And let's see. Where is... Okay, here we go. Okay, here's the 911 call. Let's see. Oh, now we have a picture. I wish I would have known that. I would have included it in the thumbnail. So this is the 12-year-old. His name is Noah. I don't know if they say it in here, but that's the name they were using in the comment section. Look at this smiling baby. Oh.
Does your accident case involve a physical injury? Then why not hire a trial attorney
Why
who's
not?
also a
There we
medical
go.
doctor?
All right.
For more information. Umbay police say the deadly abuse of a 12-year-old boy inside this home was the equivalent of torture.
This is who we speak for today.
Palm Bay Police Chief Nelson Moya holds a photo of 12-year-old Noah Godleski, a child investigators say was beaten, left for dead, and abandoned in his family's laundry room for days.
And what we discovered was horrifying.
Made the discovery after the boy's dad, 33-year-old Jason Godleski, showed up in their lobby last Friday and made this chilling call.
I need to report that my son has passed away this week. I'd like to give you guys my address and the key.
Godleski described where officers would find the body.
Wow, how calm does he sound? Dude, I've got hair standing up on my arms. How freaking chilling does this guy sound, man? He doesn't even try to sound hysterical or...
In the first door,
Godleski described where officers would find the body.
In the first door on your right when you walk through the front door, I have the key. There's also a dog there, so if I want to get someone there for the dog.
The dispatcher then asked the burning question.
All right, and why didn't you call 911?
I'm just...
Sorry, do you know how he passed away, or?
No. I know you guys are going to come down here and take me away, but can I just smoke a cigarette real quick?
Police say within 5 minutes of that call, they discovered the boy's body, which had...
I know y'all are going to come and take me away. Can I just smoke a cigarette real quick? Can I put my fist in your face? Oh, because we're so worried about your little cigarette habit, you piece of shit. Are you freaking kidding me right now? What? Oh, my God. I can't. This guy's evil. He's evil. And this is really bad because 4 times CPS has been involved or called on this family.
No. I know you guys are going to come down here and take me away, but can I just smoke a cigarette real quick?
Police say within 5 minutes of that call, they discovered the boy's body, which had obvious signs of trauma, and it appeared he'd been dead for several days. Godleski is in jail on charges of aggravated manslaughter of a child. An arrest warrant has also been issued for Godleski's live-in girlfriend, 30-year-old Samarile Dubose.
Her statements are inconsistent. We can disprove some of her statements to us. And it clearly paints a picture of her involvement.
According to police documents, on October 17th, Godleski and Dubose beat Noah for misbehaving and left the boy isolated and injured in the laundry room. At some point, Noah died, and the couple and their 3 other children left to visit family in Connecticut. After discovering the body, investigators traveled to Connecticut to interview Dubose and said this isn't the first time she's been accused of abusing Noah. Most recently, in March of 2020, both Dubose and Godleski were investigated by DCF after a Brevard County school teacher reported her concerns that Noah was being abused. The abuse was unfounded, and that case was closed. In Brevard County, Amanda Dukes, WESH 2 News.
Unfounded, huh? Unfounded. We just heard that word the other day from Ronnie Larson about it was unfounded. The scream was unfounded. Well, their abuse was unfounded too, but now they have a dead child. So one of these things does not fit together, right? this is such shit, man. Yeah, that poor teacher. I mean, like, what do these teachers have to do? Kidnap somebody, for crying out loud? Like with Gabriel, I'm telling you, I think I would have kidnapped him. I know that sounds insane, and I'm never one of the people. Well, I would take the kid in. No, I ain't even trying to be like that. But I like with Gabriel, I remember thinking, no, I think I would have just took him and set him right at the police station and said, look for yourself. Look for yourself. I'm not depending on anybody else but you. Look for yourself. Arrest me. I'll get right out. No problem. But this is insane, man. There were 4 calls, 4 CPS investigation, or well, I think down there it's DCFS. So I seen somebody, hey, we Scottish. Welcome, baby. Let me see. I got one more. Hey, Beber, your phone was charged, but you're watching. Oh, perfect. Let me see. Anybody coming in? Hello, and hello. Hello, Lindsay. All right, I have one more, and it just talks about her. It may be but the teacher and civilians who try to help get criticized and they bash them. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, because some of this shit is hard to believe, right? You have to say it loud and proud. When you do, it gets thrown out. Yeah. I mean, that's it. What are they going to do? What jury in the land is going to convict me of getting a child safe? But I mean, well, yeah, there is a jury. I promise you that. But man, this is awful. I got one more on this case. We're going to be following it. And anybody, if the family happens to watch this, like the other video, our prayers go out to y'all. And, we'll be following this. This is, and when they were talking, it reminded me of a case that we talked about. I can't remember, but it was insane. The girlfriend was beating the child. She took the child out of school because the school contacted the police, and she got in trouble. The girlfriend got in trouble for beating the child. So then the child goes to homeschool. She gets charges in probation. Well, then all of a sudden, the abuse gets worse and worse, and the dad does nothing but work. I wish I could remember this baby's name, but y'all remember the story when I tell you. And the abuse got so bad, that girlfriend, she killed the child, right? She killed the child. And guess what happens? When she calls her husband and says, hey, this has happened. So what do? They hide the body forever. And they end up driving around with the body in some type of container in the back of the car. I know y'all remember the story. It was crazy. But we talked about it a few months ago. All right, let me get into this other. Hold on. Where is it at? Okay, here it is. It's got to be this one. I think I played the wrong one first, but it's okay.
Your home could be famous. We need old roofs to replace and feature in our next TV.
News out of Palm Bay, where we are following some new details and developments in that story about the tragic death of a 12-year-old boy in Palm Bay.
Officials just gave an update. West 2's Amanda Dukes is joining us now with the
Hey,
latest.
Kathy.
Amanda, what have we now learned?
Well, we learned at this morning's news conference that the live-in girlfriend of the father will be arrested at some point today and also charged with aggravated manslaughter in this little boy's death. Her name is Samariel Dubose, and the police chief here in Palm Bay told us he has reason to believe she's been arrested and charged with abusing this same little boy in the past. Now, police did show us a photograph of the boy who died, 12-year-old Noah Godleski. He was found dead in the laundry room of his family's Palm Bay home last Friday after his father, Jason Godleski, came to police and told them his son had died in his sleep, could be found in their home, and then refused to provide any other information. Godleski has since been arrested in the boy's death and jailed. Police now say they believe Godleski and Dubose participated in the October 17th beating of Noah for misbehavior.
Pick the gel up and drop it on top of both of their heads. This is insane. So now, yesterday it was just him, or day before it was just him. Now it's both of them. He ships her and the kids So whose kids are the other ones? Because this is not the boy's mother. The real mother is completely devastated, at least the way the family talks. So no problem, we Scottish. No problem, honey. This is awful. And this is a common thing. Girlfriend, boyfriend, what is, my God, dude. I'm telling you right now, the world has gone crazy. I mean, it's always been crazy, and I guess this stuff has always been happening, but I promise you, it's getting worse. It's getting so much worse. I don't even know what the freaking answer is. I
and then left Noah dead in their Palm Bay home while they and the 3 children they share traveled to Connecticut to visit family. The Palm Bay police chief grew emotional when talking about the horror of this investigation.
So as a police officer, our folks are trained to compartmentalize this case, focus on the, work the case, bring a voice to Noah, and focus on justice. I spoke to the lead detective, one of our lead detectives, yesterday, and we talked about how, you know, we talked about how he went home and hugged his kid hard that day. Certainly did myself.
Now, police say the girlfriend, whom they actually referred to as the stepmom, Samariel Dubose, is currently out of state, but they know exactly where she is, and she should be taken into custody this afternoon. The chief says there's evidence that Dubose was arrested in 2013 for abusing Noah. In 2018, she was investigated for allegedly abusing him again in Massachusetts. And most recently, in March of 2020, a Brevard County school teacher reported to DCF she believed Noah was being abused by both his stepmom and father, but that investigation ended with no findings. As for where...
So I wonder if there's, I know some states, they have it to where, like, if there's an existing case, they had to do, I mean, like, where was the follow-up? The case was just, I mean, the report was just last year, right? So, like, what the hell is going on? Oh, yeah, and I just got this notification, and don't worry, people who have asked me for this member stream to talk about it, I'm working on it. FDA is expected to authorize Pfizer vaccine for children aged 5 to 11. So but yeah, so they're supposed, it looks like they are going to approve that. So we're not going to talk about that right now and right here because, the YouTube gods will, trapdoor me straight to hell or some shit. But yeah, unfortunately, this is the notification I just got.
Where Noah's mother is, police say she lives in Florida but has not been part of his life for many years. As for the couple's other 3 children, they are currently in the care and custody of family members. Again, we're expecting news of that arrest of the girlfriend, also referred to as the stepmom, later today. And we're going to bring you all the updates starting live on WESH 2 News at 4. Live in Brevard County, Amanda Dukes, WESH 2 News.
Bring a voice to Noah.
Yeah, this one's awful. I can't, and he's right. That's the whole point, is to bring a voice to this babies, because he was a voiceless. And I mean, he could not speak full sentences, from my understanding, is what the one report said. Hey, Nancy. Wasn't the baby's family or somebody close to the baby's mother in the comment? Yes, that's what I was saying, Natasha. It was a best friend and an aunt, I think, was in the comment section yesterday. And it's awful. Yeah, I mean, the mom, she did try, from my understanding, it, and I don't know, but it's awful. Can you imagine being a person that's willing and able, you doing everything? Look at Sam. I keep referring to his mother because it's awful what happened. You know what I mean? Like, it's terrible. And this is a real thing. Octavius Bass with Malia Bass, same thing. Like, these are willing parents. Hey, I'm right here. In fact, I just kind of want to visit. Can I at least just visit my child? Oh, well, there's an order in place. You can't do anything, And well, these are the two I have on the two clips pulled up for that one. I'm pretty irritated about this whole. I'm telling you, I'm not diving into it on this stream, but I promise you, good luck trying to stick something in my kid's arm. Trying to stick that in my kid's arm. Let me say that. Good luck is what I gotta say. Good luck to your ass. Yeah, so okay. So let's hop into. Let me make sure I don't have any other ones up here. Oh, this one. Duh. Let's look at this now. There's also a rebuttal that came out yesterday. So, and this is a couple days old. And let me tell you something. It was really, you had to specifically know what you're looking for. You can't just like vaguely Google, what the police think happened, because it's hard to find. Why? Because that's not the narrative they want to portray. But, I'm not there. I don't go to that school. I'm not investigating it. I'm dumb hick behind a computer, just telling you what I see. And we talked about this in length about it being some funkiness around the shooting, right? And how in the hell could you defend it at all? Listen to me. How can you defend him leaving the situation and walking to get a gun and coming back? It's indefendable. And if the abuse and the bullying was so bad to the lengths at which his family say it was, then it was their responsibility to remove his ass out of that school if the school was not keeping him safe. I 110% stand on those words. 110%. So it didn't warrant anybody getting shot. Come the hell on. So this is the message we're trying to portray to our kids now. Just go get a gun. Fuck them bullies, man. Just go shoot them. Yeah, right. It's just crazy.
With addressing safety and security weeks after a fight and shooting at Timberview High School. Tonight, families and staff in Mansfield ISD are coming together to talk about what needs to happen next. Thank you for joining us, everyone. I'm Brian Curtis. Tonight's town hall was held at the Performing Arts Center, the same location where parents reunited with their children the day of the shooting. Candace Sweat is there live for us tonight. Candace, I know the Arlington police chief was at that meeting. What is he saying about the investigation?
Right. Some revelations in this meeting tonight, Brian. The meeting was mostly about parents and faculty wanting to make sure that this doesn't happen again. But you're absolutely right. Arlington Police Chief Al Jones says that he wanted to address those rumors right off the bat. He says his investigation shows absolutely no evidence of bullying as it relates to the alleged shooter.
It was an incident that was perpetuated by two individuals.
There were two elements of the investigation Arlington Police Chief Al Jones wanted to address prior to public comment and questions.
We can't and we won't say that there was any evidence of bullying that day or any other day. I also want to say with certainty that Mr. Simpkin is involved in high-risk activity.
Superintendent Kimberly Cantu says district leaders have also conducted an investigation of sorts, spending weeks.
I know y'all just saw me fall out of my chair, right? So he's saying there's no evidence that there is bullying prior to. Now listen, we talked about this over here. I shared the link on my community section. There's a whole nother video, right? There's a whole nother video. There's all this other proof, evidence that there was an existing issue with the boy who put his hands on the shooter and his oldest brother, and that they have dealings outside of school. Okay. And this kid is not so, oh, I'm so scared. No, it's not like that. Now, listen, the kid that got shot, I'm saying they're both wrong. Okay. You can't be fighting. You can't be doing it. But listen, this is the world we live in. Anybody catch the high school video I showed y'all yesterday? Yeah. All the bad shit is being, glorified by the adults. So I'm not shocked, right? I'm not shocked. but it doesn't make it right. You don't get a gun. You don't go shoot anybody. Okay. But you know what's really pisses me off, right? The boy's grandmother, not the shooter, the other child, you know, the one that got shot, she has to stand at the hospital with her grandson and is like, no, my grandson's the victim. Everybody and their mama come out the woodwork to say, well, you shouldn't be a bully. You just shouldn't be a bully. Well, guess what? He's an 18-year-old fucking kid and he shot a 15-year-old. There's everything wrong with this scenario. Everything. Who speaks up for the 15-year-old shot 4 times? Who? Get the fuck out of here with this shit. It makes me mad, man.
I also want to say with certainty that Mr. Simpkin is involved in high-risk activity.
Superintendent Kimberly Cantu says district leaders have also conducted an investigation of sorts, spending weeks since the shooting looking at what has to change.
Part of that is really taking a hard look at yourself and evaluation. And we have done a ton of that internally over the last 2 weeks. Looking and debriefing.
Already, Mansfield ISD put these policies in motion. Neighboring law enforcement will assist on campuses. High traffic areas will be monitored virtually. Random classroom checks and metal detector wands will also be used, and the district will reestablish its safety committee. Still, some parents say trauma remains and have questions about how they got here in the first place.
What if prior to October the 6th, we just listen to parents' concern?
I want to know if we can start making our students responsible for their behavior.
Mansfield ISD established a safety and security department in 2020 to set safety protocols. Cantu says now additional suggestions will be brought back to the table. And that school safety committee that is set to be reestablished soon will be made up of many stakeholders throughout the community. And we found out tonight that already 200 people have signed up to be considered for that committee. Brian.
All right. Thank you, Candace.
All right. What was I going to say? So I do have, and Tina, you can send me that after. You don't have to do it right now. I'm going to look into it and maybe put it on the stream for Monday. But I was reading your message, your comments. I definitely want to check into that. And Natasha, I will. So now the attorney for Simpkins came out yesterday and he says, no, it's not like that. There was bullying. Okay, there's bullying. Now what? Fine. Okay, fine. There was bullying. It doesn't negate the fact that he walked in the school with the fucking gun and shot the student 4 times, grazed another student, and shot the damn teacher. What? Okay, fine. He was bullied. Nobody's saying that that's right. Nobody's saying that's right at all. But you can't say that it's justified, okay? It wasn't like he was holding the gun during this fist fight. No, he had to go walk and get it. He had to start carrying the gun to begin with. Like there's a before and an after, okay? And listen, I haven't seen any evidence this kid was getting bullied. And I've dug in the Facebooks. I've dug in all this shit. But what you can't find is a whole slew of shit off campus happening. And the shooter is not involved in good things. Let me just say that. He's not involved in good things. The 15-year-old might not have been involved in good things, but guess what? The 15-year-old didn't grab a gun and whoop shoot the guy, right? He just gave him the work. He just whooped his ass, okay? So, and that, of course, is wrong. Nobody's saying that's not wrong. But a simple fist fight, and you walk and you go get a gun and shoot a kid 4 times, you meant to kill him. I'm pissed off that he wasn't charged with something more severe. You meant to kill him. You shot him 4 times. Who speaks for the 15-year-old who was in a medically induced coma? It's wrong. It's wrong. You don't fix this with another wrong action. And I promise you, if this has been an ongoing bullying situation and y'all have all this money and you throw it around, he was bullied because he had money. Well, why don't you take your little fucking money and you go put him in a different damn school, or you put him in homeschool, or you get your child safe? If it was that bad, there's no way you would have let him live and endure all this trauma and bullying. So that's my spiel on it, guys. And I don't see another way around it. I don't want to hear, well, maybe you shouldn't be a bully. Well, maybe you should not be so open-minded your brains fall out. Like, how about that? So we're going to move on and talk about the best news of the day, Mr. Braylon. We have charges of Mr. Braylon, but we're going to overlook his case. Bruised egos ending in someone being shot. It's a little much, right? It's just a little bit much. I agree. I totally agree. Oh, my goodness. So where do we want to start? Let's start with the 911 call for Braylon. Let's start there. So, and then we'll get to the goods. All right. So, and some of the, listen, there's playlist in there. 54, all Braylen Noble playlist for 54 keys is in the description. There's different links in the description. My playlist for Braylen Noble's in the description. If you're not aware of Braylen Noble's case, please, this baby story needs to be told. It's a crazy story. So let's just hop in with the 911 call.
What's emergency? Yes, we have a missing 3-year-old. Okay, what's the nonverbal? 315 Gibraltar Heights. 3415. I'm sorry, 341.
So the first thing you will notice is that the person that actually lives there does not actually know the correct address or the baby's name. There's your first little what? And I don't know how true this is, but at the time, there was a little speculation that the person that actually made the call is not the person they said that it was. There was speculation that it wasn't the grandmother who made the call at all. In fact, it was mom's best friend. I have not seen anything to say that that is truth. But now that they've been charged, and she don't even know what her own grandson's name is and everything else, like, it's some weirdness going on. And I don't have time today necessarily, but there's plenty of videos out there where it's slowed down, and you may be able to make out somebody in the background saying, I killed him. Now, I don't know if that's what's being said, but you know how people analyze 911 calls and everything. Yeah, so.
3415 Gibraltar. Is there an apartment number? Yes. What's the address? Nonverbal. 315 Gibraltar Heights. 3415. I'm sorry. 3415. 3415 Gibraltar. Is there an apartment number? Yes. I'm sorry. Your name? Yes. Your name? My name is Bobby. Bobby is B-I-E Johnson. Bobby, is she white or black? Black. And you said non-verbal? Yes. How long has she been missing? It's a he. We've been looking for him for over a good 30 minutes.
Psalm 9, thank you for sending this to me via Twitter. Thank you very, very, very much.
Yes. How long has she been missing? It's a he. We've been looking for him for over a good 30 minutes. Okay. He fell out his window in his apartment. You think he's hurt? I'm hoping he's okay, but we don't know where he's at. We lost the whole crowd. Okay. And what was he wearing? Do you know? What color was his shirt? Because he found the window was purple on. What's his name? Oh my God. Braylen. B-A-Y-L-I or B-R-A-Y? L-Y-L-I-N. B-R-A-Y-L. B-A-L-E-N. I'm glad. And what's his last name? L-E-N. What's their last name? Noble. Noble. Oh, God. Okay, what was he wearing? He had on his pull-up. And, was that the orange shirt? I don't even know what shirt he had on. What color?
Even though I'm in the house and I live here, I've been staying here. Wait a minute. What shirt was he wearing? Wait a minute. We just saw him. He fell out the window, right? And then we went down there to get him. This is a crazy story they want you to believe. This baby, we're going to see the picture too of this little bitty opening in the window, right? In the screen. They want you to think not only is he like strong as shit, okay, to be a 2-year-old, they want you to think that he fell out the 2-story window, did some kind of crazy Houdini trick, and vanished. Their story is he got the screen window open, he fell down, jumped up super, super fast, and hauled ass. Their story is they come down the stairs to get him because he fell. Oh no, the baby fell. And now the baby's gone. 6 days this went on. And the places they find him at had already been searched 3 times. So yeah, they moved the body and some more shit. Dude, I'm telling you, this story is insane. And listen, let me say this too. Y'all are probably wondering why there's no murder charges. If I had to assume, what's his last name? Yeah, I know, right? I'm assuming it's because the coroner, there's no cause of death. They could not determine cause of death, right? So I'm assuming that that's why there's no murder charges. So we're looking at manner of death. That's what I'm holding on for, is the manner of death, and they have indicted them. So I think we're gonna get it. What's up, little bit? Hey, everybody coming in.
Color was his shirt? Noble. Oh God. Okay, what was he wearing? He had on his pull-up. And was that the orange shirt? I don't even know what shirt he had on. What color was his shirt? T-shirt with the orange at the bottom? Or was it the gray one? You changed it out, but I don't remember what shirt you put on him. Okay, what's your phone number? Did you guys go back by the creek and look by the creek?
You can hear whispering in the background too, if you listen.
Went all back there by the pool area, the swing area, all of that. And on the back end on the other side. Oh. Okay, there's nowhere in the house? No. We looked in the closets and everything. Did you look under the bed? Yes. You're looking like the hampers underneath blankets. Yeah, because we only have one bed in the apartment. Okay. Oh God. What was green windows like wide open? Okay. Okay. Well, we get the police on their way there. Okay. Okay. They're coming there. All right. Okay. You're looking for them. Okay. All right.
Yeah, you got to sell it too. I think my favorite was when the mom finally decides to speak and she didn't know that they were filming. And she's like, am I on? Okay. Y'all gotta fall out, guys. I hope I got it in my playlist. Yeah, it's awful. So let me see what we got next. Let me see through what I got. Let me see. Guys, it's Beaver. So this is about a little boy, a little baby boy, 3 years old. It happened Friday, and he is still missing. My little spidey senses are going off, and this things are not adding up. Another apartment complex. So let's just read, guys. All right, this is insertion. All right, Toledo, Ohio. Still no sign of little Braylen Noble. No indication of what may have led to his disappearance as the community continues to unite in desperate search for 3-year-old. Well, and this is the news reporting, but they said, the mother said, she feels like he may have fallen from the 3rd-story apartment. I don't know why she didn't rush down there. I don't know. It's some weird reports going on. It's some weird, I don't know. And I'll tell you something else that I personally found strange is that this is the only picture that they have released. And this is the one that's in the Amber Alert. So, I don't know. I think they could have picked a better picture of this little baby. Could have got us. They couldn't visibly see people searching. So, I don't know, guys. A lot of times if they're not searching, then they know something. Now, and this did not come from media. I was doing a little snooping on Facebook, and there is a rumbling about potentially maybe at a disposal, I don't know, site, a disposal site, a waste site for trash and stuff like that. From my understanding is that this Hey guys, it's Beaver. So nothing has changed with the situation with Braylen Noble, but the mother has spoken. She gave a really brief interview with a news reporter, and she's distraught. She is pleading. She says, I will not be mad. Just please bring him back. She was speaking specifically to his needs and what he likes and what he doesn't like. And they also, in this interview, well, in this report, they talk about the search crews and what you can do to help. They need people out there, boots on the ground, looking. They finally have an organizer, it looks like, thank God. So maybe they'll be able to come up with something. So anyways, y'all check it out. Watch the interview. It'll tell you information that you need to know. It'll give you a little bit of insight from mom. And I tell you what, we just need to pray that this boy's found. I mean, bottom line, it doesn't matter. You know, everything else is extra. He is still missing. And he is still out there. You know, he has certain needs that other kids don't have.
Around 7:30 here this
I'll let y'all know if anything else comes out.
all day and was the only reporter to interview Braylen's mom. She's live for us now at the Hunters Ridge apartment complex. Sophia, they've now been searching for little Braylen for 4 days. Yeah, Jamie, search efforts started early and strong around 7:30 here this morning, and organizers tell me they will continue to show up until Braylen is found. Nearly 100 volunteers were part of the search today, covering a 3-mile radius around the apartment complex. Braylen's mom, Dejanay Cox, was part of the search, carrying around missing persons flyers with her son's picture on them. Tonight, Dejanay, other family members, and volunteers are asking for the rumors to stop and pleading with the public to join the search to bring Braylen home safe.
You want to just drop him off somewhere, please? Drop him off to the police station. You can drop him off here. Call my phone. I know he's crying. I know you can't get him to stop crying. He's being picky. He's not eating. And if he's scared,
Guys, I've got to, I'm going to let this play. I'm going to try to find the video where they show beforehand. Because before the camera is rolling, she's completely composed. She's like, are we on? Like, she spells her name all calmly at the end. I mean, red flags everywhere. Red flags everywhere. I love how I try to be so like, oh, I'm so open and blah, blah, blah. But they're towards the end of the case. I'm like, this is bullshit.
I won't be mad. Please just drop him off to me. I just want him home. That's it.
Toledo police are aware of the rumors surrounding Braylen's disappearance. A lieutenant on scene today said the family is being absolutely cooperative and they're still taking any tips or information from the public.
We'll take any information there is and we're following up. Clearly, we're out here still following up. You see us walking around, checking with more people, re-interviewing people. But anybody with any information about the whereabouts of the young man is asking to call us.
Hey guys, it's Beaver. So this came out about 3 hours ago. Search warrant made public in Braylen Noble death investigation. Toledo, Ohio. Hold on, let me close this. Toledo, Ohio. The investigation into the death of 3-year-old Braylen Noble is still ongoing. But today, Toledo police Department made public a search warrant executed at the home of the mother and the grandmother. Braylon went missing September 4th from his home located at Hunter's Ridge apartment and was found days later in a swimming pool. According to the filing, on September 4th, detectives searched the apartment accompanied by Braylon's mother, Dejanay Cox, and grandmother, Bobby Johnson. Police searched everything on the property, including a black 2012 Jeep Liberty registered to the grandmother. Detectives confiscated a cigarette butt and a chair on the balcony, an Amazon tablet found in the entertainment center in the living room, a Samsung tablet located in the stereo in the living room, as well as 6 cell phones, a claw hammer, a box of Glad Flex trash bags. A warrant also lists some of the facts of the case, including information that Cox said Braylon had been missing for approximately 30 minutes before she called police, that she lived in the apartment with her mother, and that her mother had been with Braylon last time she saw the toddler. According to the warrant, Cox told detectives when she came back in the apartment from her balcony, her mother told her Braylon went to his bedroom and shut the door. She told police she went into her son's room, but he was not there. They told investigators they looked outside the apartment, pool, and creek. Police began the search for Braylon Friday, September 4th, searching the complex, including the pool and the surrounding area, the course of the weekend. Braylon's body was eventually located in the pool. Preliminary autopsy findings stated that there were no signs of gross trauma or anatomic cause of death, and further investigation would be required to determine how Braylon died. A full autopsy report has not been released. Toledo police detectives are commenting on the case. Investigators say when there's new information, they'll release it. And ABC 13 reached out to Cox and Johnson for comment, but they have not returned those calls. An earlier version of the story erroneously called it a homicide investigation. That error was corrected. Oh, thank God I didn't see that. I would have so reported on it. So let's go up here and look at this search warrant. Let's see. All right. Let's see. You can hear my husband in the background with his damn guitar. Let's see. On the vehicles, they talked about the vehicles. I'm just trying to see if there's anything I can scan through. It's only 7 pages. I'm not going to read it all. Let's see. Any cell phones, laptops, computers, electronics, or telecommunication devices capable of storing data, DNA fibers, clothing, or any other evidence that may be relevant as to whereabouts, which are in violation. Aggravated murder, voluntary. Okay, so this lists pretty much what all they could be, would entail if they were to charge. Cox 403 or son missing. All right, so the link that I just dropped, I found the video. I don't know. I think mine where I show the differences is in the middle of a stream that I did with Braylon. But CDT, she has a video. I dropped the link, and I hope it's okay. I'm just gonna observe it and I give her credit. CDT. She has a great true crime channel. I've seen her a few times. She does really good. So I'm gonna drop the link one more time for that, and then I will put it in the description, and I am crediting her, CDT. So I have that pulled up. So let me show you this interview. Guys, y'all will be like, this was, people were on her neck, boy. Yeah, please make sure you go sub up to her. Here, let me show you what her little icon looks like. Uh-oh. No, I did not mean to do that. Oh, crap. There we go. Here's her little icon. CDT. Okay. So hopefully it's okay. I didn't know I was going to do this. What's going on?
Jamie, that's right. She was escorted out of her building, out the back of it, right behind me here, just before police announced that they had recovered the body that is believed to be her son that was missing just 300 feet away from where she lives. Now, a large crowd had gathered after police arrived on scene, and as officers started walking over to her building, the crowd followed, chanting justice for Braylon. I saw his mother, Dejanay Cox, and another woman being escorted into a police vehicle, though neither of them were in handcuffs. The crowd chanted baby his mother just 2 days ago on Monday when she meant to be returned home.
And I just want whoever to have him, please take him somewhere safe. I know he's scared. And I know he's crying and he has stomach pains and he's not eating. He's a picky eater. So if you want to just drop him off somewhere, please drop him off to the police station. You can drop him off here. Call my phone.
You're not doing like ask for questions thing.
You can tell me whatever. If you don't want me to ask you questions, I am just going to ask you to say and spell your first and last name that I do, because I don't want to get that wrong, of course. All right.
It's been 4 days since my son has been missing.
You're not doing like asking questions thing, right?
You can tell me whatever. If you don't want me to ask you questions, I am just going to ask you to
and then
say and spell your first and last name, though. I do, because I don't want to get that wrong, of course.
All right. It's been 4 days since my son has been missing, and I just want whoever to have him, please take him somewhere safe. I know he's scared, and I know he's crying, and he has stomach pains, and he's not eating. He's a picky eater. So if you want to just drop him off somewhere, please drop him off to the police station. You can drop him off here and call my phone.
You can tell me whatever. If you don't want me to ask you questions, I am just going to ask you to say and spell your first and last name, though. I do, because I don't want to get that wrong, of course. All right.
It's been 4 days since my son has been missing, and I just want whoever to have him, please take him somewhere safe. I know he's scared, and I know he's crying, and he has stomach pains, and he's not eating. He's a picky eater. So if you want to just drop him off somewhere, please drop him off to the police station. You can drop him off here and call my phone. I know he's crying. I know you can't get him to stop crying. He's being picky. He's not eating. And if he's scared, I won't be mad. Please just drop him off to me. I just want him home.
And the award goes to?
Thank you so much. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Thank you for doing that. I will put that out. And then Dejanette, correct? Dajane. Cox. D-A. Thank you.
So please make sure the link that I was dropping, go sub up to her. This was her video. She did good. Like I said, I pointed it out, but it's in the middle of a stream that I did for Braylon. So yeah, this was insane. So let me pull up when they found him. Yeah, it was awful. Completely awful. What's up, Slaying Demons? Who else did I have in here? I've seen some people. Let's see. Hello, Irish guy. Please, if you like Christian themed content, go sub up to Irish guy. It's different. Call your phone. Yeah, I know, man. This is crazy. Welcome to the stream, baby. Anybody just coming in here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, this shit is crazy, y'all. This shit is so crazy. You're already sub. Good, good, good. Yeah. She had it. Hey, Tiara, what's up, honey? Okay, let me see. Case update. Okay. Yeah.
We are here today to confirm that we have found a body in the pool, or it's believed to be the body of missing child Braylen Noble.
Tragic news as we come on the air tonight. Police have found what they believe to be the body of 3-year-old Braylen Noble.
Braylen disappeared from his mom's South Toledo apartment on Friday. Just about 2 hours ago, police confirmed they pulled a body from the pool at Hunter's Ridge. Police took Braylen's mom and grandma, but not in handcuffs. Right now, there is no word on any charges.
Tonight, we have live team coverage from the scene. Roxanne Elias talking with people nearby about what they saw today and the mood tonight.
But first, we start with Carla Byron, who was there as police made this tragic discovery. Carla, this pool was searched earlier in this investigation.
Yeah, it is just such a tragic end for so many volunteers out here who were hoping that Braylen would be returned safely. Now, the police scene has been dismantled completely, and many members of the community have gathered along the fence line of the pool here, leaving a makeshift memorial for Braylen. You can see balloons there and teddy bears. Around 1:30, Toledo police arrived to the pool along with a man with a shepherd's crook, which is a pool tool that allows people to reach things in the water that are far away. I was only able to see the man put the tool into the half-filled pool for a few.
guys, like you had to know the scene. Any content creator that was covering this case, very similar to Malia Bat, like these, oh my God, the people at the Hunters Ridge apartment complex, they were on it. You talking about hundreds and hundreds of search volunteers. The maintenance man got it. The brother got it. Everybody played a part. They had people seeing how easy it would be to pry the things up. I mean, crazy stuff. The baby ends up in a gated pool in the drain. The gated pool in the drain that had already been searched several times. They only find him in his diaper. There was some guy that took his drone and they had an actual photo of the baby when they found him. I mean, it was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy. Indica, it was in Ohio. And welcome, baby. Yeah, this was crazy. This was the craziest story. Yeah, Ohio for sure.
Few seconds before police told everyone to back away from the area. The extensive search for Braylon started on Friday by Toledo Fire and police, canines, and cadaver dogs, as well as private search groups. Police say they searched this area numerous times, including the pool. Divers even went into the water. Kim Sorter has been the search coordinator for Braylon since day one. Their gathering spot was at the gazebo, which is just a few feet away from the pool. So this news was just devastating for her.
I'm heartbroken because we wanted to bring him home alive. We wanted to bring him home. And so many people's been out here searching and looking for this baby. And we thank you all for being here and bringing Braylon home.
Police tell me Braylon's grandmother, Bobby, and Braylon's mom, Dejanay Cox, were taken away from their apartment close to when it was announced that it was Braylon's body found in the pool. Many people had gathered around her apartment, and as they were taken away, they were shouting and cheering as well. Now, this is still a very active investigation. We'll have more reaction from the community tonight at 6.
And we did just check in with the Lucas County Jail right now. No one's been charged. Grandmother was not taken away in handcuffs. Thanks so much, Carla.
We are also learning tonight that there is a vigil there at Hunter Ridge apartment complex as we continue to track the latest developments. Here's how this all unfolded. Braylon's grandmother called 911 at 12:30 Friday afternoon. Police say his mom told investigators she thought he fell from a third-story window. Search teams have been looking for him ever since. Saturday night, rumors started flying on social media that someone had found Braylon, but police quickly responded saying that was not true. Then Sunday, the FBI announced a $5,000 reward. Crew searching again Monday. Police releasing that 911 call from that grandmother. TPD interviewing both the mom and grandmother yesterday, but say
shit, yeah, I forgot. They had like a little heck. Okay, so at a house not far from Hunter's Ridge, they had like a makeshift, like a hole was dug or something crazy. And everybody was like, and it had like sticks over it. It looked like something maybe a dog would do, or just somebody wanting to seek attention or cause a ruckus for literally no reason. Y'all know kind of what's going on with Summer Wells. But anyways, I digress. So yeah, it was a big thing. Like, I mean, when I tell you everything that could be thrown out, it was thrown. Completely thrown. But I'm telling you, this for me, the hit for me was that interview with mom, because you always want to hold out hope. I mean, maybe they're not guilty. I mean, like you really do want to hold out hope. Maybe they're not. But that interview for me and the story itself was just so incredibly insane. Hey, son, welcome, baby.
there is nothing of significance to report as of this morning. Then the tragic find just a few hours ago, police pulling a body they believe to be Braylon from that pool at Hunter's Ridge. Again, there'll be a vigil there at 7 p.m. at the complex. The public is invited.
Volunteers expressed anger and frustration, as you just saw in the moments after they learned a body was found. We'll pick up with Roxanne Elias right now, live by the apartments where Braylen Noble disappeared Friday. She continues our team coverage right now. Roxanne, what are you hearing out there tonight?
Mel, I walked around this entire area where volunteers have been searching since Friday afternoon. Some of those neighbors telling me they have taken days off. They've been searching for 12 hours a day. Now today, earlier, they began searching just like any normal day as dozens of volunteers resumed to looking for 3-year-old Braylon. However, things quickly took a turn as officials announced they had found what is believed to be the body of the little boy. Shortly after, a large crowd gathered reacting around the mother's apartment, some saying they are angry and believe there's more to the story. Meanwhile, another, who is a mother herself, says she knew it was her responsibility to come out here and search for Braylen.
Literally risking our lives, going in abandoned houses, going by train tracks, all in the woods. You know, we was out here for Braylen. We was literally doing it. We was risking our lives, literally. And to hear that he's found in the drain, you know, that hurts. You know what I'm saying? We searched this area multiple times.
There are two neighbors who live below Braylen's mother. They were too scared to speak to me on camera, but they are asking you to please, please think of them and their children before you think of lashing out there at their apartments. For now, I'm live in South Toledo. Roxanne Elias, WTOL 11.
Roxanne, thank you. You can get the latest information on this.
Okay, so that in a nutshell is Braylen's story, and let me catch you up to speed. And I don't have a time, but they're supposed to do a press conference today and let us know. So let me fast forward to where we are now. Over a year later, finally answers. And guys, that was just the tip of the iceberg. There was so much surrounding this case, so much. But please, 54 keys. There's a plate, like I said, all the descriptions in below, and she covered this heavily. And she just, in general, has really fabulous content. Okay, let me see. Here we go. All right. I'm going to be looking for the press conference too. Mother and grandmother charged in death of Braylen Noble. In the death, not with the death. So, mother and grandmother Braylen Noble have been indicted by Lucas County Grand Jury in connection to 3-year-old's 2020 death. Dejanay Cox's mother has been charged with obstructing justice and endangering children, while Bobby Johnson, his grandmother, is facing charges of obstructing justice. Now, as I said before, a lot of comments yesterday was, you know, I wish it was murder charges, this, that, and other. And that's not to say they won't come. But like I said, you know, the autopsy, they could not determine cause of death. So we're looking at manner of death now. The same thing with Jelani. The indictment, which was filed Thursday in Lucas County Common Pleas Court, alleges that both women provided false information that hindered the investigation into his September 4th, 2020 disappearance. Cox is additionally accused of risking the health or safety of a child in the events that led to his death. So, yeah, they do know something, man. Braylen's body was found in a swimming pool near his residence on September 9th. The community relentlessly searched for him, as y'all saw. Cox and another woman were escorted off the property, but not charged at that time. And all that's true. We just saw that. Residents have continued to seek justice into this year and to honor their memories of a nonverbal autistic child. Man. So here is the, I'm going to have to, oh, heck. I didn't realize this was in here. Let me see. Let me see if y'all can see what I'm seeing. Okay, good. Now, let me get back here. Full screen. Here we go. I'm just going to kind of scan through. I wish I would have had realized it. Or I would have been more prepared with this. I didn't realize this was out. Let me just scan through. Purpose to hinder, discover, apprehension, persecution, conviction, or punish another for the crime, to assist another to benefit from the commission of a crime, or with purpose to hinder the discovery, apprehension, or prosecution, adjudication, as a delinquent child or disposition of a child for an act that, if committed by a child, would have been a crime, or to assist a child to benefit from the commission of an act committed by an adult. Well, this is, I can't wait for the press conference. Let's see. False information to any person in the crime committed by the person aided was a felony, or the act committed by the child aided would be a felony. Let's see. Let's get to the meat of it. Being a parent, guardian, custodian, having custody or control, or person in local parentis of child under 18, physically handicapped child under 21 years of age, did recklessly create a substantial risk to the health or safety of a child by violating duty of care, protection, support. Violation resulted in serious physical injury or child involved. So I guess we'll just have to wait. But reading it like that, you know, maybe he did fall out. But see, there would have been, that was something else too. I was like, where's the cameras? You can't see the baby fall. Like there's nothing. But there is you could see the window prod open. Let's go down a little further. All right. Okay. So that's just the preliminary whatever. So we will find out more. Let me get back to y'all. Because I can't see the chat. All right, let me go see if I can find this press conference or at least find out. Yeah, it is very short. Or at least find out. There was a press conference. Did y'all send it to me? I can look it up. I just haven't done it yet. I know that they were having one today and let people know more info. Let me see. All right, let me go look. Y'all just give me a second. Because I didn't catch a time. Braylen Noble. Let's see. Okay. All right, I got it. What? It's been removed. Hold on. What? Why has it been removed? Why was it removed, I wonder? Well, that's stupid. Let me see. Press conference for Toledo Police Friday morning to discuss. Yeah, well, then where the hell is it? All right. Let me see. Hold on. Here we go. So both links are bad. Why? I wonder why it was removed. Hold on. What the hell? Here we go. Let me see. Oh, I got it. Here I go, guys. I got it. Man, I was fixing to say, why the hell does it keep being removed? I'm going to drop it in the chat, too. All right, let me share. All right, I got it, y'all. I got it. All right, I'm going to drop the link in the chat, too. That way, because it's not added to the description yet. Welcome, everybody joining and watching. Okay. All right. We don't need the live chat because you know they're going to be all crazy. Here's the link for the press conference.
Everybody ready? Good morning. We're here to talk about the indictments that came down yesterday on the Braylen Noble investigation.
You don't seem happy.
I'm going to be turning the podium over to Lieutenant Dan Gherkin, who is our Crimes Against Persons commander, and he will give as many details as humanly possible. I want to remind everyone the indictments just came down, so there's not going to be a whole lot of information that he's going to be able to give you, but at least he'll be able to fill in some of the blanks. Lieutenant?
All right. Like the chief said, we're here to talk about Braylen Noble. And the chief said we were going to talk about it, so that's what we're here for, to try to give out as many details as possible. Usually when cases are indicted, we usually don't talk to them about them at all. But there's a lot of vested interest in this. especially from concerned citizens and the whole city. First, I wanted to thank all the people that helped us, the TPD officers involved in the case. The FBI was incredible. The fire department, Toledo Fire Department. We had Black Swamp Search and Rescue brought some dogs. Springfield Fire Department brought some dogs to help us. The Lucas County Coroner's Office, tons of concerned citizens, Stevens Disposal, and last but not least, the Lucas County Coroner's Office. The chief made a couple comments to me about what was going on social media that I'll address real quick. The length of investigation. Not everything's super fast, and we send away evidence to get processed. And so we have to wait for that evidence to come back. Things that we don't process.
Are y'all
ourselves.
opposed to me speeding
So
it
that
up
would be
a
one of the
bit?
reasons why
Put a
it
one
takes
in the
so
chat
long.
if you
The
are
other issue
opposed.
is we've met with the prosecutor's office numerous times, and they thoroughly reviewed our case. So that took quite a bit of time, and they, and I appreciate it to make sure we're doing what was right for the case and doing where the taking the case where the evidence led us. As far as the indictments go and the charges, that again, that's going to be based on the evidence, right? I think people are clamoring for more stiffer penalties or stiffer charges. I'm going to tell you, this is what the evidence leads us to: is the charges that Dejanay and Bobby were indicted on. All right, and part of the issues are the cause of death are still undetermined from the coroner's office, and again, that's part of the evidence that led us to the charges. So basically, we want to thank everybody that was involved. Try to give a little.
Dude, he was like, what do you mean? We went to the grand jury. We got the charges. Now I got to do a damn press conference. This is straight bullshit. I don't want to talk and do things. But you got to, man. There was so much in the community, hands-on right there. Like, you got to. And he's, hey, 423 paddle. Hey, baby. And I get what he's saying, but at the same time, sir, like, this is kind of part of your job. Okay? It's kind of part of your job. But like he said, there's no cause of death. So listen to me. For me, now it's not first-degree murder charges, okay? Obviously, and it probably will not be. Honest to God, it was probably an accident, or my thing. She may have snapped. I don't know. You know what I mean? For me, the water. I don't know. In my head, when it was going on, I thought maybe something happened and she flipped out, and maybe because there is a part that talk about drowning, right? So in the autopsy. So I don't know, I'm just bouncing out shit, but yeah, we're looking at manner of death. There is at least charges, but this time yesterday we had nothing. So I'll take it all day.
A little bit of bits and pieces about why the charges are where they're at, and it's based on the evidence. And if you got a couple questions, I will answer them the best I can. Like, again, they're going to be limited answers because we usually don't talk about cases that are indicted where they're going to end up still going to go through the criminal justice process here. Yes, ma'am.
You said that some evidence was sent away to get processed. Can you tell us like what kind of evidence?
Well, the one thing that did get sent away, everybody heard the 911 phone call that got put out, that got processed by the FBI. So that took a little bit of time for us to send that out.
And has a prosecutor been assigned to the case yet?
I don't know exactly what prosecutor is going to be assigned to take the case, but like I said, they reviewed it very, very thoroughly.
Can you kind of go into further detail? Like you said, you don't normally do press conferences about things like that. So just further detail about, the community impact of a case like this. You obviously had people out searching with them that got invested. So
yeah, so we as the fire department, the police department, the FBI, between going through trash at Stevens Disposal to searching the fields over there and all of that, we put in tons of hours. And then the amount of people that were out there searching while we're searching and we're crossing paths with them, it's awesome to see that people got involved in it. It's unfortunate the way it turned out, but yeah, it had a huge impact on the community.
Was the evidence evident initially early on, or did it just take the long investigation, the months, the
Well, yeah, we go through everything. So yeah, and everybody asked me before, I would love for investigations to be over 5 minutes after a case starts, right? Or within the commercial time that it goes to the commercial 15 minutes into the TV show. But that's not how it works. And we have to be thorough and we have to do the right things. And we have to rely on people to help us process evidence, review cases, and everything like that. So unfortunately, it does take longer than it should sometimes. And sometimes it's just the way it is. So.
Also, just to be clear, considering the nature of the charges, these do stem from the disappearance of Braylen Noble investigation.
Correct.
And the death as well?
Yeah, as far as, like I said, the death is undetermined at this time. Obviously, we know where Braylon was found and everything like that, but this is what it stems from. I think I got about one more question, and then we'll be good. If you guys are good, I'm good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, okay. It's like I bet they had to make him go down here and do this. I bet he was like, nah, man, I ain't even feeling this. What does that mean? I don't know what the tubes is doing. Maybe that's just their whatever. Okay. So there's the press conference. They just said, hey, we got the indictment and that's it. That's all we could talk about. Oh, thank you so much for the super sticker. I can't see what it is, but I will go back and see. Thank you so much. So yeah, now we wait. We wait to see what else is going to come up, you know. And so there's sweet baby Nolan, Braylon's story. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. They said that the 911 call they had to send off to get analyzed to the FBI. So that kind of, it makes me think maybe they do say in the background, I killed him, you know, or maybe it's standard procedure. Who the hell knows? You know, you grew up in the Bay Area. You was 89 earthquake, felt the ground. Oh, wow. Sorry to hear that, Char, what you was posting. Yeah, I can't even handle cold weather. So yeah, I definitely can't live around a bunch of tornadoes, but we do have tornadoes in Tennessee. So what do y'all think, man? What do y'all think? Cause of death undetermined, right? You know? Let's see. The most terrifying thing you ever seen. My mom, when they had them really bad, I don't know. When was it? 2010 in Nashville was the flood, which the flood was really bad. No, y'all are fine. Listen, y'all are fine. They didn't say nothing in that press conference anyways. Like literally nothing. Let me see. FDA. If I get another notification about FDA approving this vaccination for the little babies that don't have a choice, y'all watch. Dude, I'm telling you, this shit's going to be on the school mandate to enroll your kids, man. I'm working on the member stream. So any members, hey, Nelly Bug, welcome, baby. Hey, Adrena. Let's see. We know he didn't drown. Yeah, I know. And that's what I was thinking. Let me see if I can pull up exactly what the autopsy says. Because, yeah. Let me see. Because this autopsy, Braylon. Yeah, it had everybody scratching their heads. Let me see. It was inconclusive. All right, here, I got it. Let me show y'all what I'm looking at. Let me share the screen. All right. All right. If I had, you know, this is probably why we have no other charges right now. Braylen Noble autopsy rules manner of death. Why did they say manner? Because that's different. Autopsy rules manner of death undetermined with submersion in water as contributing cause. Well, so y'all know a second ago I was talking about initially, I thought, you know, maybe she like flipped. Well, there was some other things that came out about her too as well. And at the time, this is when oh hell, that baby in Florida, his mother walked him, Alejandro's case. I can't remember his last name, but his mother walked him to 2 different ravines, right? She tried to do it once earlier in the day, and then strangers at a park heard the kid making noises, but she tried to kill him 2 different times. She actually succeeded. He drowned. So he was special needs. So I don't know if maybe around the time, that's why I was thinking maybe she snapped, and then, she may have done something to him. And that's how he ended up in the water, because you couldn't really tell. Maybe they thought, oh, well, he was already drowned. We'll put him back in the pool that's already been searched 3 different times. And they won't be able to know. And now that I'm thinking this over in my mind, that very well may not be. That could be something. I don't know. But yeah, let's watch. Well, hold on.
And more than 6 months after Braylen Noble's body was found in his apartment complex swimming pool, the results of the autopsy are now out. But there are still a lot of unanswered questions after Braylen's manner of death was ruled as undetermined. Carla Byron has been following this case from the beginning, joining us now live outside the coroner's office. Carla, what does this finding mean exactly?
Well, the deputy coroner's
Thank you,
opinion
Miranda.
doesn't mean that there wasn't a cause of death. It only means that she couldn't find one.
It was clear that Braylon had been deceased for a while.
But for how long? The chief toxicologist at the Lucas County Coroner's Office, who performed Braylen Noble's toxicology, can't say for sure. The deputy coroner who performed the boy's autopsy, Dr. Cynthia Beiser, ruled his manner of death undetermined and his cause of death unknown.
This isn't the first time that there's been a no anatomic or toxicological cause of death, but that's a fairly rare finding.
Dr. Forney says he found a trace amount of ethanol in Braylon, which isn't uncommon in bodies deceased for a while. But other than that, there was nothing else. He ruled out toxic substances, including stimulants, depressants, narcotics, therapeutic agents, and so forth.
When the coroner is determining that they can't find a cause for this, boy, that investigation is much more thorough than when the cause, jumps right out at you. After all of that extensive investigation, for something new to come up, it's always, anything's possible, but it's highly unlikely.
Dr. Forney added the deputy coroner could change her ruling in the future, but she could only do that with adequate evidence. Meanwhile, the Toledo Police Department says their investigation into Braylen's death is ongoing. Can't say for sure.
I want to hear this again. This is wild. This was even a rarity, even for maybe a different toxicologist should look. Yeah, it's definitely something. My mind's going really fast re-listening to this. Let's play it. Let's watch it again.
The deputy coroner who performed the boy's autopsy, Dr. Cynthia Beiser, ruled his manner of death undetermined and his cause of death unknown.
This isn't the first time that there's been a no anatomic or toxicological cause of death, but that's a fairly rare finding.
Dr. Forney says he found a trace amount of ethanol in Braylon, which isn't uncommon in bodies deceased for a while. But other than that, there was nothing else. He ruled out toxic substances, including stimulants, depressants, narcotics, therapeutic agents, and so forth.
When the coroner is determining that they can't find a cause for this, boy, that investigation is much more thorough than when the cause, jumps right out at you. After all of that extensive investigation, for something new to come up, it's always, anything's possible, but it's highly unlikely.
Dr. Forney added the deputy coroner could change her ruling in the future, but she could
only do that with adequate
evidence. Meanwhile, the Toledo Police Department says their investigation into Braylen's death is ongoing. I asked if another autopsy could be
On
done
at
at
some
some
5
point,
days.
and
And
Dr.
Dr.
Forney told me that that's really up to the courts to decide, but that decision can't be made based on speculation. It has to be made based on evidence and trace amount of ethanol.
Oh, Brucey's is not a word. I misspelled it. So that's interesting. That was an interesting little. Hey, B, welcome back. B Clark, welcome. Wasn't there a fence around the pool at the lock gate? There absolutely was. And in fact, when we watched earlier, somebody pried it open to see, how easy it was. But yeah, it was a gated pool that had been gated and locked, that had been searched 3 different times. So yeah, it's insane. It's insane. I completely call bullshit. But yeah, I don't think there was only a trace of ethanol. Yeah, they said that he'd been dead for a while. That's how they knew he'd been dead for a little bit. Wait, I'm confused. I thought he fell out the window and disappeared for days. Yeah. Yeah, Miranda. Yeah, you heard correctly. This is the story. That's what I'm saying. That's why when I think, I wish I knew why I initially thought that maybe she snapped and did something to him, and maybe it was because of the toxicology and where they found him, and I don't know. And they had all kind of different weird stuff, like extra, like they had hidden cell phones. They had all kind of shit, like but none of it, and some of the stuff that came out, it ain't nothing necessarily. There was rumors that she was messing around with the maintenance guy helped. There was all kind of crazy speculation, but just the things that was made public information is like, holy crap. And that interview, or that fucking interview, guys, like you can't even make this up. Like you cannot make this shit up. Let me see. Where's it at? Like, this is insane. Please go sub up to CDT. I want to show this one more time. I never in my life, man. Let me share the screen. This was nuts. I mean, just plumb crazy. This damn interview. Hey, Adrian, welcome. Let's see. This is fucking nuts, man. We're going to watch this and then probably going to wrap it up. But yeah.
You're not doing like ask the questions thing. Right?
You can tell me whatever. If you don't want me to ask you questions, I am just going to ask you to say and spell your first and last name that I do, because I don't want to get that wrong, of course. Sorry.
Okay. It's been 4 days since my son has been missing, and I just want whoever to have him, please take him somewhere safe. I know he's scared, and I know he's crying, and he has stomach pains, and he's not eating. He's a picky eater. So if you want to just drop him off somewhere, please drop him off to the police station. You can drop him off here and call my phone. I know he's crying. I know you can't get him to stop crying. He's being picky. He's not eating. And if he's scared, I won't be mad. Please just drop him off to me. I just want him home. That's it.
Thank you so much. I'm so sorry.
And then off camera, can you spell your name again? Oh, yes. D-A-J. Girl, bye. What are you doing, honey? You're going to jail is what you're doing. You're going to jail is what you're doing. Yes, Adrian. The little baby was some kind of a special ninja. He fell out the window. He popped up and ran away. And then the elements got to him, and then he found his way back into the pool. That is completely what they would want you to believe. I don't know how in the hell they ever thought that they were going to get away with this. The 911 call was crazy, like all of it. Insane, man. Completely insane. Hey, Brown's Mermaid. Welcome, baby. Jekyll and Hyde. Absolutely. Deadbeat. Yep. Yeah, and the baby had a dad, that was capable, if memory serves, You think he was crying and wouldn't stop? And someone snapped. Adrian, I thought the same thing. And I thought the reason, how funny is it? Like, why didn't he wind up anywhere else? Why didn't he end up anywhere else other than the pool? It makes sense to me that he would have ended up somewhere else. Who moved his body? He totally moved. Somebody totally moved his body. There's no way around it. Where everybody would meet up for these 5 or 6 days. There's a gazebo. Okay, here's the gazebo here. The pool's here. People are there nonstop looking, all hours, different hours of the night, right? I mean, it's crazy. It's awful, you know. And this case has really bugged me, so I'm really excited. What do we have a crazy? Do we have a crazy comment somewhere? Did I miss something? I don't even see that name. Shut that. Oh, I know what you're saying. Tracy, I forgot about that. Okay. Yeah, I was like, what happened? Yeah, no injuries. If I remember that, yeah, the autopsy said no injuries. It threw me off for a second. I was like, who is in here causing problems? Oh, man. So, does anybody want to talk about what came out last night about Summer Wells? Good. I don't want to talk about it either. Oh, guys, I'm fixing to really stop looking into the Summer Wells case. I'm going to follow it, but I'm going to stop interjecting myself directly under the ground into the rabbit hole. Like, I'm not even jumping in the rabbit hole. Somehow I have found my way, like, up underneath, and like I've traveled through the ground or something. Let's see. Just off topic, Bieber, you've been following the case here in the UK. Hold on. Just off topic, Bieber, I've been following the case here in the UK. It's just awful. Baby star hops and no one seems to be covering. I'll write it down now. I know there's one out of Australia. Let me ask you something since you're in the UK. How common is it? Is it common for kids to go missing? I know that they do, and I know they don't get reported. But like in Australia with the baby that's missing up there, which, you know, is very crazy case. Now
is the best time to start working at Amazon.
But like in Australia, they say it's very rare. Like it's not a thing. It's not a common thing. In the US, a kid's going missing every 400 minutes, every 400 seconds. And that's like not a joke. So let me get, I got my giant bag of pens, Star Hops, and I'll write it down. I will definitely look into it. And sometimes if I don't look at cases over there, I get the court shit wrong. People are always telling me. I covered, what's the baby's name? She's not a baby. She was a grown woman. Her parents killed her. Bernadette Peters, maybe, I think. But I'm writing this down right now. Star Hobson, thank you for letting me know. I will sing and put out a little something. Absolutely. Let's see. All right. No problem. Australia is like US with killers. You thought, yeah, but the reports are like, you know, it's very rare. They go missing all the time. Okay. I kind of thought that I honestly, stupidly, I just assumed it was like that everywhere. And if it's not, it's because it's not reported or talked about. It's frowned upon. You know, but you know, like I said, I don't know. I know there are the laws are different. Cleo Smith in Australia, yes. Darren Eagle to USA, yes. That's crazy. So, did anybody happen to catch the searchers that were talking about the Summer Wells case? Or the Dr. Phil clip? Now listen, you know, I really can't with the Summer Wells. I feel bad for everybody involved. And I mean, like, I wish people would shut up. If you don't have facts or information, if you have it, you just start chasing love. Yeah. Oh, Plunder too. Plunder put out a really good one, a really good video. Yes, Shar, thanks for reminding me. Yeah, Plunder put out a good video. And I haven't seen Michelle After Darks, but listen, well, Natasha, and I try not to watch all the little spring up channels because it just makes me want to poke this pin into my eyeballs because it's just, listen, I know a lot of bad things happen. A lot of bad things people don't want to talk about happen in America and all over the world, really, quite frankly. And I know a lot of people in high places get off on bad shit, okay? And people in low places, all right? But it's all a low place. Let's cut the shit. It's low consciousness, right? So, but everything can't be this and everything can't be that, right? So, even though these things are happening, and you can go to a DuckDuckGo and look up all these things that I'm not going to say on this channel. You unsubbed, but everyone isn't forever. I agree. I completely agree. It's ridiculous. But just because you can find it on the internet does not mean that it has graced its presence through Summer Wells. And this is exactly what has happened. You're taking every thing that could possibly happen to this child and you're spitting it out there for everybody and their mama. What did the video had like 13,000 views just in a few short hours time. So that's 13,000 people that are all stable, right? They're all completely stable. They're not the type of people that will call and bust up a prayer vigil. Nah. Completely stable people listening. Hey, Josephine. Hadn't managed to catch a live for a while. Yeah, see you. Welcome. Oh, please don't say names. Yeah, I will, begrudgingly agree with that. But let's try not to say names in the chat. I don't want drama, So, she did. She was like, I don't know. This doesn't sound real right. So I am happy she did that, I'm gonna throw that shit in the memory pile. But you don't get her videos anymore because you unsub. Yeah, I mean, I never have been. I don't know. It's just a little much for me. And let me say this too. With all that crazy stuff that was talked about, the stuff Crone and all that other shit, every bit of that before the channel, I completely lived in a rabbit hole for probably about 1.5 years, 2 years. It was so bad. Like, it created fear. It made me sad. It made me angry. And, it's not a place to live. Mentally, it's not a good place to live. I didn't want my kids to do anything. I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to, but I felt like I needed to tell people like, oh God, this whole entire alternate universe exists. Does anybody know? Yeah, bitch, you're the only one that don't know, apparently. But what I did learn through that experience is that everything. No. Oh, when I said it, Miranda, I did not read the comment. I just seen the name. So yeah, no, she did great. She completely fucking handled her. And she needed to be handled. She needed to be handled. So, and when I said that, I didn't read the comment before I said it. So I apologize, Miranda. But no, she did good. Thank God, because who the fuck knows what information will be floating around out there today, this morning. People running wild with it. So yeah, completely. Tiffany absolutely held her feet to the fire. And yes, you give props where it's due. 110%. I agree with that. So, but what I did figure out in that whole experience of me living in the rabbit hole for all those years and doing all this research and all this other shit, everything can't be true and everything can't be false. That was the truth that I pulled away from it. Everything cannot be true and everything cannot be false. So in somewhere in between there is the truth, Now, do I think it has anything to do with Summer Wells? Well, I sure fucking hope not. I sure fucking hope not. And I just it's very disrespectful to me. It's disrespectful, and it's like, and then you had the nerve. You say one little sentence and everything around this sentence is just craziness. And then with the tiny little sentence, the little small print disclaimer at the very bottom that nobody reads. Well, it was hearsay. She said it one time. Oh, well, it was hearsay. But you said that tiny little word, hearsay, the little fine print, and then you get before and after of crazy shit. You know, you don't have no pictures. You don't have no proof. I mean, I'm shocked you could even use the fucking laptop to get on the stream. I mean, like, what kind of investigating person are you? You know, I'm way happier with people handing out flyers than that type of getting involved. I'm just being honest. Anybody can run around and blurt out shit from the dark web. Okay, anybody. You know, it's crazy. Yeah. When you had to add somebody that you're the voice of reason, oh yeah, that's some shit right there. You know, Stabby, let me see. You're right. Shay would be Bear's pointing. Yeah, I mean, I really hate this shit that's going on, you know, and it's not for everybody. And the minutes, listen, and here's something else too. It's very similar than people like, oh, the trafficking, that's some QAnon shit. No, it's fucking not. So when you conflate the two, you fucking take out the reality that it really does happen. Same thing with Summer Wells, okay? She's a missing fucking blonde-haired, blue-eyed baby from East Tennessee, okay? When you start adding all this other shit, you're like, whoa, fuck that. And the same thing applies. You go to somebody else new with a giant fucking platform, comes in and wants to talk and share awareness, and then you have the crazies coming out of the damn woodwork. Who in the fucking world would want to touch that? Oh, hell no. I'll talk about something else. I don't know. You make us all look crazy, okay? Like, ugh. Ugh. Good grief. You do gotta have thick skin. I figured that out, you know. So, let me see. I think, let me check my messages. I think I have maybe an update about Xavier. Not an update necessarily, but let me see. His mother has been messaging me and she's devastated, but I think they've got everything set up with the arrangements. Let me see. Oh, that's what she sent me. It appears the body of Xavier Harrison has been found on Urick Drive and 110th Street in Montezuma, Iowa. This is exactly 13 miles directly to the west of where Molly Tippett's body was found. That's kind of wild, isn't it? Is the whole article. But yeah. They're preparing, and, you know, I may or may not be able to, let me see. Oh, this is yeah, I'm not going to read this. This is okay. I'll look at it and see if I can bring it to the channel. Let me see. I'm thinking about reaching out to the Day family. I don't know. I think I mean, you do what you want to do or whatever, but I don't know. I wouldn't, I think they've got a good, solid team around them. You always thought he was going to be found alive. Yeah. I really feel bad for the families. And it's a lot that goes with that, you know what I mean? And you still don't know how he died. So you got to just know that there's going to be tension right there until they figure out exactly how the baby died, you know? Yeah, she's holding up, you know? I mean, I'm glad. I mean, they totally do not have to continue to keep me involved or send me stuff. You know, I'm glad that they do. And it's just rough. I just told her to take it minute by minute. That's all you could do. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. After you dreamed about Summer, you knew she had stopped watching all the madness. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, everybody's at each other's throats. Yeah, I mean, it's kids in general. I remember telling like me and my kids' grandma, man, we would just bang heads sometimes. And at some point, it occurred to me after years of just like, oh, back up off of me. But after years of just the constant tugging, it finally hit me. When kids are involved, emotions are always going to be high. You know what I mean? Just in general. So there's all the stuff that comes with that. Prayers to that family. Yeah, I know. Exactly, Kathy. You're exactly right. Um, I don't know. I think they did release his body to the family though for Xavier. I'm almost positive. I think they did. So for the, burial. So I think she sent me that a couple days ago. There's a man 10 miles from you. His son passed away in March this year. He's trying to get attention to his case. Send it to me. Send it to me, Natasha. Yeah, guys, have y'all been noticing that too? There's a lot of these stories coming up. Oh, well, they took their own lives. And then, in fact, no, they did not. No, they did not. So, and initially they tried to say that that's what was with Jelani, right? I can't believe they ruled a drowning. But so we look at manner of death. How did the car get where it got? Where's the tag on the car that was taken? Why is his clothes? You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of unanswered questions with Jelani. So what about Olivia? Her case is no, there's no update. I still, I haven't talked to her aunt in a couple days. I still need to get her on here. I don't know. We just work different schedules. And the last time we were going to do something, which I don't know, it's just we ain't never been able to connect. Yeah, please remember the thumbs up. Let's see. Hey, Sophia, welcome, baby. It's Illinois. You're not surprised. Let's see. We're going to send you the video and watch. It wasn't even the first his dad did. Jelani's Madison will be honest. Really? Yeah, send it to me. I'll look at it. Well, I think, let me see. You couldn't even imagine being in the shoes of losing a child in that manner. Ain't no shoes big enough. Girl, I promise ain't no fucking shoes big enough. I can't, like, people are so, like, pissed off at Candace and everything. I don't know, man. And I get it. People think she may be involved, But if there's one shred that she may not be, if there's any little iota of a chance that one of these parents may be innocent, then that's a chance that people need to, so do a funny. We need it. Okay, let's do this. Seemed like I sent a funny to myself a while back. Let me see if I can pull it up. Because I did have one funny. And we should go back to doing the funnies on Fridays. You're right. This is ridiculous. Let me see. Yeah, I did. Let me see where it's at. I know I did. God, these stories get me so pissed off. Oh, y'all hear about fucking Larry Malete? This whole piece of shit. He's not supposed to have any contact with his kids, right? So, but he's been calling where the kids is at. And I'm like, why is somebody letting him talk to the kids? But he was telling his daughter to watch the movie Shot Caller with his 10-year-old to watch the video with the other youngest daughter. I'm not sure of her age. And he said, this is what daddy's going through in prison. What? He called what was it? God, it was some outrageous amount of time that the man spoke to these kids where he has no contact. So guess what? You lost your phone privileges, you whole piece of shit. Good for you. The only person Larry Malete can talk to now is his attorney, which is the way it should be. Oh, man, that shit had me so mad listening to it. Oh, my goodness, I have a good one. It's not really a funny, but it's a good one. And I knew I saved it. Hold on.
You may have spotted him.
Hold on, let me share my screen. This is good. Yeah, he is a joke, man. Good grief. Yeah, I think his parents were helping him the whole time, honestly. And this is a good one, right on time for Halloween.
Here at the park, the grocery store, or just riding down the street, wherever you see him, approach at your own risk.
He's escaped from jail. And when you hear this music, your instinct should be to run.
We've actually had a lady that we snuck up on in a community that actually broke down in tears.
But not tears of terror. Across the valley, Red Sonja Raphael, as the horse and her Michael Myers rider is known, have been lurking through neighborhoods for some classic Halloween fun, giving out treats and good spirits, as horses have been clinically proven to have a calming effect on humans.
This particular horse is comfortable out in public and around costumes, around people, and it's just a really good way to give back to the community.
Red Sonja Raphael does this every year to bring smiles to children.
I think this is amazing. It's really cool.
And thanks to the new Michael Myers film, Halloween Kills, kids of all ages recognize the 1978 character.
I think it was scary.
Scary, sure, but Red Sonja and the free candy eases the tension just a bit. But make no mistake, he's still a wanted criminal, and police are hunting them down. They've received a tip that Red Sonja Raphael will be at Boulder City's drive-through trunk or treat, and they're inviting the public to help catch him.
To find out how all of this ends, you'll have to go to Veterans Memorial Park this Saturday for the trunk or treat, and we have more information about that on our website.
That was great, ain't it? That was great. I need to send your daughter going, Tyler. Yes. Well, the link I just dropped was the link to this video. Yeah. So, but hey, did you see the little girl saying, "Oh my God, the movie was good"? You were a whole 7. Why the hell are you watching that? So maybe it's me, guys. Maybe it's me. That little girl said she'd seen the Halloween movies, right? So maybe it's me out of touch with reality that the school show my 6-year-old what methamphetamines look like. Maybe it's me who is the square, huh? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh man. Yeah, big man. Big man. I was in a chat today and they was like, this is why they need to bring back the DARE program. It's here. It's already here. Yes, it is so Halloween. I think we're just going to stay here and curl up and watch kind of semi-scary stuff. I don't watch that stuff with my kid. I don't let him watch it. Like, it's not me. It's common sense. Yeah, man, holy shit. Yesterday I was so mad. I doxed my whole first name. B says I'm a square too. Like, good grief. Like, oh my goodness, I cannot believe they showed my kid that shit. And no, and I'm the only parents, right? I'm the only parent that said anything. You know, everybody else is so cool. You know, it's not about being a square. I refuse to be a square. I mean, yeah, man. I mean, I just think, to me, introducing somebody else's child to drugs is just like telling them how to, who to, about what God to serve, and, about what preference, what sexual, these are sensitive things, right? That should be my job to talk to my kid about. Well, you're taking way too long. What are you going to do? Next week, are you going to bring bananas in the classroom and show them how to put on fucking condoms? You going to tell all the 6-year-olds how to do that? I mean, like, get the fucking real. Like I said, if it would have been middle school or something, I would have been okay, but the first grade, 6-year-olds, you bring out the drug board. And listen, guys, there was no mention of this. There was no scheduling it. There was no, parents, they send the folders and they send exactly what they're going to teach about your kid, teach your kid this week. And yeah, you told me that he was going to have pizza on Wednesday, but you didn't tell me y'all were going to bring out the drug board, right? Good grief, man. Because initially he showed me the little ribbon, say no to drugs. I was like, oh man, good stuff. Yes, say no to drugs. And then I was like, wait a minute. We don't even say the word drugs in the house. We don't even, wait, what? And then my husband's like, I bet you they brought out the board. What board? What board are you talking about, sir? And sure as shit, he shows me. And my son's like, he's like, yeah, I saw it. It was so cool. What? Hey, Amy J. I saw somebody else too. Let me see. Amy J. What's up, A. Miller? Hey. No scary movies, videos in your house ever. You don't watch it. Oh, I think that's me kids' school calling. You don't watch it, you don't watch. Yeah, me either. Like, we don't. I don't know what my scary thing would be. Maybe like Veggie tells a scary story or something. But yeah, we don't either. Not really. Now, we did watch, the Final Destination, which I used to love all those movies. And in fact, super, super scary movies, I used to be all about. I used to love it. Like, love it. But now I've gotten older and I just cannot. Yeah, you got your, yes. Yeah, I have older kids too. He's my youngest. Yeah, it was ridiculous. What about the damn high school? Did y'all see the video I put out yesterday about the high schoolers in lingerie? In Hooters outfits? Yeah, it was great. It was great. And Happy, the mayor, was getting lap dances by, a senior in lingerie. Yeah, it was just amazing what they're doing up there in Kentucky. And meanwhile, Tracy didn't know what a board was. Tracy, in the DARE program, they have apparently a board, and it has all the different kind of drugs on it. And they bring it out, and they show it to your 6-year-old. Yes, the mayor and the principal's name was Happy, and he was happy. And now he's probably fired and no re-election, if I had to guess. Yes, absolutely. Man. Yeah, I know, right? Sure. You love Veggie Tells Your Daughter Watch It. Yes, we did too. The school board better be happy because last I checked, promotion, child porn, exploitation of minors. Yeah, exactly. Dude, they were happy. Them was the happiest guys ever. They were just like, and my son, he's a senior, and he's like, well, Mom, they probably didn't mean for it to get out of hand. I don't care what they meant. You know what's the best for me? Somebody in control of the school's Facebook page thought it would be a fabulous idea to publicly post the pictures. You so bold. You so very bold. Oh, man. They showed Insidious to your son's school for what? What? They showed Insidious at your kid's school? Please tell me he was like a senior. What? Wow, that's crazy. Oh my God, I'd be pissed. But listen to me. While I'm talking Madcast shit, let me tell you what my dad does. Now, mind you, he didn't know, right? I don't guess he knew, but he probably knew. He was probably sitting there laughing, watching with him. But my dad, God rest his soul, he thought 11th grade. Yeah, I don't think that's right. But my dad thought it'd be a good. My son was like, what was he, like 8? I don't know. But he's like, Papa, can I watch Ted? And my dad's like, well, I don't know what rated is it. He's like, I think like PG-13 or something. My dad's like, sure. Y'all remember the movie Ted? The ridiculously foul teddy bear. Yeah, so that's my dad. But he also thought fart jokes and, making, jokes about people's appearance was also hilarious as shit. So that was my dad, like him or love him. He was one of a kind. And yeah. All right, guys, I'm at the 2-hour mark. I'm fixing to hop off here. And yeah, you really know the famous board. I know, right? Oh, you can totally Google it. Oh my God. And Char's son, they showed Char's son. How old's your son? Like 8? He's right around the age of little baby. They on 9/11, they literally showed the videos of the people falling to their deaths in her kid's classroom. She was livid, and I don't blame her. Yes, it was crazy. Yeah, it's crazy, but we got through it, Char. We got through it together, and I bet they'd never do that shit again. All right, guys, I'm going to get off here. Y'all have a happy Halloween and a great weekend. Please send me an email if y'all need anything. I love y'all big. Be kind to yourselves. Hug your babies. And y'all have a good one.